welcome to another episode of, I don't know what we're calling this project, but we're at the Cedar Lane house. Hopefully, I have now figured out how to record audio, good audio. That was one of my goals. I don't really know where. I don't really know where to put the camera at the moment, but the lighting in here is going to be terrible. We do have a solid plan. I didn't record it. It just kind of happened spur of the moment. My dad, my wife, myself, we came in and we talked about the overall plan for how to demo, but also why we're going to do certain things to prepare it for the future. So, first things first, we got to empty the room. We have some leftover tables and chairs from this weekend's yard sale. We have some leftover woodworking from my dad, and just a few random dribs and drabs that we need to pick up and get out of here. Because when this ceiling comes down and when the insulation comes out of the ceiling and the walls, it's going to be a nightmare in here. We're going to set up some ventilation to get the air out, maybe get some cross flow going. Hopefully the window's open. Don't know yet. Totally forgot to take my meds this morning. So, in general, yes, we're taking the ceiling down, everything out of the walls. We have our laundry room over here that we're going to make a little bit bigger, roughly 16 inches in each direction on two different walls. That's going to give us enough room to move our plumbing to an internal wall and let us put the washer and dryer on one wall. And then we'll have some utilities that we'll need to adjust a little bit, but hopefully it will kind of future-proof things a little bit better, make it a little bit easier to use down the road. Electric, we're going to have to rewire essentially the whole room. Technically, it's probably up to code just because it's so old, but we want to get some new wire in. I don't really like the whole while we're at it stuff that always comes up, but in this case, the walls are open. The wiring is not done right. This, I actually found out this door was never here. I never knew that. It happened after we moved in, but my dad said the guy that did this basically did the header wrong, and if you look, it's way too small. And instead of this outlet that was here, he just ran the wire, spliced it, never put it in a box, shoved it in the wall, and it's just all sorts of messed up. I've got wire that instead of going through the middle of the 2x4, they notched out the front side, the drywall side, and put it there. So glad nobody put a nail in that. And then yeah, we're gonna do the electric right. And right now the tentative plan is to actually have an electrician come in and do it. We will probably pull a permit just to be safe, even though technically I don't think we have to, but and then to kind of future-proof things down the road some more, because our main service panel is in the laundry room, and that's one of those things that we're going to be remodeling and we have access to. We'll probably put a new panel in, hopefully run some conduit up into the attic, since that's where most of the wire goes, so that down the road when we want to replace the wiring in the rest of the house, we just run it through the conduit and we're great. So the duct, we can do that. That's pretty easy. That's not a big deal. And then like The rest of it's plumbing, which we've got a plumber, got a great plumber, love our plumber. We'll manage that. And then, like, really the rest of it's just demo. But once we do the demo, we got to get going on the electric so that we can get insulation back in, because we don't want to leave it uninsulated for too long. So before we insulate, we got to demo. Before we demo, we got to protect the rest of the house. Before we protect the rest of the house, we got to clean up the room so we don't get it all messy. Yeah, well, it's going to get messy, but so we don't ruin the rest of the stuff. So, yeah, that's all I got. Oh. Maybe not.
The doors never come off.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. The hole
Yeah, probably painted over.
painted over. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Should be clear. Got it. 2, 3 door pins. Do you want them in the door or in the jamb?
In the door.
Okay. Yeah, center punch didn't work. All right.
Now, I had originally thought of it being on this side with another one on this side.
That's attached, but not attached.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe it would help. You could get through, because I had no idea where my
Yeah. Let me. Yeah. Let me get the stool.
Okay. Now, and may not need it. I don't know.
What, the other side?
Yeah,
Does that look centered?
I would probably come down a little more.
Uh,
That way you can lay
Yeah.
something across it.
okay. Good.
You gotta, what's that for?
Said to tape it.
Oh, you actually tape it up?
That's what it said. So,
I see what it does now. You want me on the other side or?
mm-mm.
All that is duct tape.
It's just painter's tape.
Yeah. Oops, I've been around here. You know what I'd do?
I'm thinking
I'd
tape a little bit,
Yeah.
but not enough to trip you.
Well, we gotta try it to get out of here.
True.
You know, if it's only an entrance, I'd take.
Remember, this doesn't have to be airtight,
Right.
but
It's
what
just an entrance. If you're gonna carry anything out, goes out through those doors over there.
I know, but
I'd tape the bottom.
you don't pick up your feet,
I know, but I'd have
so
to.
you're gonna. It's
Here,
just
I would have to.
it's just easier just to do it like that,
I would have to.
and I think it's okay.
Okay.
Remember, this is the second side. Yeah, we pulled it a little tight, but again, there's already going to be a layer,
Well,
so
that will cause a lot of dust. I'm not sure about what's going to find out over here.
I don't know.
Should be the same. Yeah, you're probably right.
I gotta go get my phone. All right, how do you feel about a little bit of a history lesson? Let's see if you can actually see some of this. So, first of all, we have some really old Johns Manville fiberglass. I'm gonna guess it's R13. I don't see anything that really says one way or the other. I didn't miss it on there, did I? No. 4 inches thick, 15 inches wide, 40 feet long, 50 square feet. But we have Kathy Marie Dodge. Kathy Marie Dodson, I think. And then we have Kathy and Kim and Nanny, Kathy Marie Dodson, Kimberly and Cliff, and Buffy, and Snoopy, Shoopy. We have Bad Mad Had? I don't know. Maybe practicing vocabulary because clearly the little kid wrote some of this stuff. But the drywall, gonna make y'all seasick. I'm pretty sure that's from 77 or 70. Not sure. What is interesting is this plywood. Where'd I see it? Where'd I see it? December 98. That is definitely well after this house was built, which tells me this first layer has been replaced, which tells me there was definitely a leak here before. And if you look at this transition, new, definitely older, and you know, not don't look at the green and yellow. Look at that brown. That was the linoleum vinyl tile that was in the laundry room. So, what's all that mean? It's an old house. You're just going to have weird stuff to deal with. I could not really see any. Oh, this one actually has markings on it, but I don't see dates. On the 2x4s, NILA 129 SPF dry utility. I don't know. Anyway, that's your history lesson for today. Look, I found another one. Kathy Marie Dodson. And a squirrel. These X's here are more nails that we need to fix that have been popping up. So anyway, less talk, more work.